believe it or not, guys, this was my first workstation. I would edit, I would record, I would do everything here. Unfortunately, my PS4 died. It passed on. It's in a better place now, but the memories remain. And believe me, I did everything I could in the books to bring this back to life, but it was useless. But I didn't stop there. No way. So instead of stopping, I decided to keep the dream going. So I decided to build the best gaming PC that my budget could afford. So let's fast forward a few months later. That brings us to where we are today, guys. I am using this computer for pretty much everything. Gaming, video editing, recording, YouTubing, streaming, everything. The amount of research, time, and money that I spent on this computer is endless, guys. You have no idea how much of that I invested in this computer, but in the end, it was worth it. And while this is not the craziest or fanciest build that you'll ever see, it is based completely on price to performance. You can think of this setup as more on the higher end of the entry level or mid-range level of PC builds. It's perfect for full HD gaming, 1080p. Gaming, it kills it. But it also does great at 1440p gaming. It's like Ultra HD gaming, it also does great there. If you try 4K gaming on this PC, you will see a large drop on the FPS, so you don't want that. I'm gonna break down the major components on my computer. So first off, I'm gonna go with the CPU, the brain of the computer. So here's my CPU. This is the Ryzen 7 3800X CPU. It's an 8-core CPU. It brings in a fan with RGB, but I clearly changed that for the Corsair liquid cooling system, which you guys can see here. This is part of the Hydro series from Corsair liquid cooling system. They have a lot of them, guys, but this is one of the best ones. So if you're into like long hours of gaming, I would highly recommend liquid cooling so that you can keep your CPU fresh and healthy at all times, guys, I promise. Speaking of promises, this is the 5600 XT GPU. This graphics card is a monster for 1080p gaming. And as you can see, this is a Phantom Gaming product, so it includes a little bit of RGB, but the best thing about this is that it includes 3 fans for high performance cooling. There's the one fan on the left, there's the second fan in the middle, and there's the third one at the end. The only downside of this GPU is that it only brings 6 GB of virtual RAM. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Other than that, it's amazing, but at some point I will have to upgrade. The motherboard also comes from Phantom Gaming. This is the X570 Ryzen Ready motherboard, guys. This is a beast. Let's just put it that way. This is the Elgato 4K 60 Pro capture card. This is what I use to capture gameplay, guys. It's not cheap. This is like one of the best, if not the best, capture cards out there. Again, it's not cheap, but you guys get what you pay for. It's amazing. Now onto RAM. I have a total of 16 GB of RAM. It's 2 modules, 8 GB each. It could be better, it could be fancier, but this is what I have right now and it works. Obviously, I will upgrade down the road. This little guy controls all of the RGB strips and fans inside my computer. I pretty much use this to control all of the colors and the brightness and the RGB inside my computer. So pretty much I can say, hey, turn into a living rainbow. So it commands everything as far as RGB goes, and here's a demonstration. Look at that. Isn't that nice? So here's my mechanical keyboard. It's not very fancy, it's not in your face, but it's really bright and it can get really, really interesting because you can command the style or the shapes or the patterns that you want to see on this keyboard with just simple commands from the keyboard. As you can see right there, I am telling this to go full-blown RGB all over. My mouse is not really fancy either, guys. It's just a pretty bright gaming mouse, just like my keyboard. These are the Beyerdynamic 990s, guys. This is German technology at its finest. These bad boys, they're actually studio headphones, and they produce the best sound quality. Artists use this, musicians use this, mainly because of the sound quality, and also because of how comfortable they are and easy to wear. These are just perfect, guys. By far, one of the best things about my setup is my microphone. The quality of this microphone, you can hear it right now, guys. And I bought this as a set because it includes a lot of things, such as the arm that you just saw, the arm that holds the microphone. It also includes a shock mount, a table clamp, cable, and a pop filter. I actually use a webcam, and this is the Logitech C922 Pro. The quality it provides is actually good, but don't get me wrong, it will not record at a high level of professionalism. but you can get 720 pixels at 60 frames per second and for full HD at 30 frames per second. So it's actually a good camera, a good webcam to start with. However, for streaming and YouTubing, it's actually a dream come true, so I highly recommend it. So for those of you who have followed me and you watch my content, now you know or have an idea of what I use to make that production. Now you know what it takes for me to make that dream come true, what that video or that stream, how it came to be. And just in case you guys are interested in the components that I just showed you, everything that you guys just saw, I'm gonna leave links to all of the products or peripherals or all of the components in the description. Just in case you're watching this and you're not subscribed, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and you can share this video with your friends. By doing this, you're supporting me in the best way possible. So if you do that, thank you. You're a beast. You are awesome.